Welcome to Sunday's Best with Val.
And Kathy, inspiring possibilities for couples, parents, families, and everyone in between.
To our first-time listeners, we'd like to welcome you to our show. And for those who have been with us in our previous episodes, thank you for tuning in with us. I'm actually thinking, paano kaya natin matulungan yung mga bata to manage their internet usage or at least yung exposure nila dun sa mga unnecessary contents.
I think that's one of the concerns din talaga ng mga parents these days kasi nga of our accessibility sa internet, no? So, and last weekend when I had my parang gathering with mommy friends, yan din yung one of the concerns nila kasi nga parang ang hirap nga daw to manage or to even police, no, their kids kasi parating nasa harap ng computer or iPad and nakakapagod din daw. So, that's probably one of the most prevalent concerns ng mga parents these days.
Yeah, na-curious din kasi ako na there was this parang probe na ginawa before. I don't know kung sa US Senate yon or another agency in the US na tinanong nila yung CEO and president ng TikTok na intentional daw ba na sa mga countries like for example the US or any other Western countries parang unregulated yung mga FYP na lumalabas.
Oh.
Whereas in China, ang nangyayari is masyado siyang regulated na kung halimbawa bata ang gumagamit, ang makikita nila are things that are educational.
Wow.
Pang bata talaga. Tapos kahit na sa mga adults, hindi siya yung time wasters. Kundi something of value, something that they can learn from, ganyan. So, yun nga kasi 'di ba sa mga democratic countries katulad nung sa atin unregulated talaga because of the freedom of expression.
Okay.
Baka nagagamit lang siya or na-overuse na siya. So what do you think can actually be done?
Interesting yan, no? I just learned about that recently and parang sabi ko, bakit? Parang ano yung intention ng China whereas in other countries, bakit tayo tumitingin, nanonood tayo ng mga TikTok na sumasayaw, tapos sa kanila pala parang mga how to be more effective in working, no? How to be smart, etc., etc. So parang bakit may bias in terms of the contents that they are feeding us? And imagine if we are being fed with those kinds of information. And even our kids, no, they are mga ilang hours in a day nakababad talaga sa internet. Parang if we don't also manage their internet usage, ano kaya yung nafi-feed sa mind nila on a day-to-day basis?
And considering that their mind is still in the formative years, no? Lalong-lalo na yung mga below 10 years old natin ng mga anak. It's easy for their minds to absorb.
Yeah, they're like sponges.
Sponge sila talaga, di ba? And in fact, kahit nga na hindi intentional yung panonood mo, tas naka-paste lang yung mata mo dun sa screen, definitely it's really taking in a lot of things and it goes into the subconscious mind, di ba? And for us parents, dapat ba tayong maging concerned? Dapat ba tayong merong mga gawin so that we'll be able to protect the young minds of our children?
Yeah, definitely it's one thing that we should be concerned about, but hopefully not coming from fear again. Now, baka ganito, ganyan, 'di ba? Kasi that's what you will attract as well. But we have recent experiences around this. That's why it's also very timely na ito din yung napag-usapan namin with my mommy friends. And siguro bigyan lang natin ng a little background, no? Kasi nga, coming from pandemic, 2 years or almost 3 years din ang mga kids na online schooling. And that actually gave them permission or yung accessibility na sa internet. Kasi nandyan lang talaga sa harap nila. I mean, with one click of the mouse or pwede nilang i-type dyan. They can go to YouTube, they can go to Facebook, they can go to TikTok, diba? And yung mga gadgets kasi natin, may mga access sila doon na nandun din yung mga apps.
Right.
That's why we also realize na, nandito sa iPad na nila yung TikTok account natin, so they can actually click on that. Or sometimes they borrow our phones and they have access to that as well. Even YouTube, diba?
Right.
And ito yung pinaka-recent na alarming na experience with Champ, our youngest, no, na nanood pala sila ng horror movie with my daughter, which sinabihan ko na siya na dapat hindi mo siya papanoorin ng horror movie. But one time when we went out, magkasama sila, they watched a horror movie, and immediately after nung they watched from YouTube, I think, there's this parang naka-line up na, no? Na naka-queue na
another
movie. Video actually na grabe. Ang title pa naman is What Do Serial Killers Eat?
Oh my goodness.
No? So parang na-click niya yon, and then mine na lang. Buti na lang. One of our kids, no, si Super, yung third child natin, told me, Mommy, you know what? Champ is watching this and that. So parang na-alarm ako, tinawag ko siya, and that's how I found out na parang naka-queue pala yun from the last movie that they watched. So that's something that, that's a cause of concern for parents. Kasi nga, may mga naka-queue na mga videos na maybe yung algorithm ng app or ng site would feed that, and kahit hindi mo naman siya talaga ginustong panoorin because it's related to your last video, yung history mo as parents or probably yung last na person
sibling
na gumamit, it can actually, prompt the next person who will be using it to watch it.
Yeah, that's the thing with all of these video streaming platforms, no? Like YouTube or TikTok or any other platform. It works on algorithm. So kung ano yung madalas mong panoorin or ano yung previous mo na pinanood or sinearch, definitely yun yung i-queue nung algorithm niya. And lalo na ngayon, di ba? Usong-uso yung mga AI, yung mga bots. So automatic na it's the program that's selecting yung mga naka-line up na similar contents. Kaso nga, yung ibang family, katulad natin, meron tayong younger kids in the house na probably using the same gadget.
Yeah.
So, kailangan talagang bantayan, but at the same time, not coming from fear and worry, just to make sure lang that we are actually protecting the minds of our children, di ba?
Wait lang, bago tayo mag-share ng tips, no, or probably things na pwedeng gawin ng ibang parents, no, to manage that. I just also want to share itong another similar experience recently na share nga ng ating child din, yung third child, si Super. He went into this site na for free movies, di ba? Anong site yun?
Huwag na natin i-mention.
Nanood tayo ng Avatar.
Uso kasi ngayon talaga yung mga free site for mga current na mga movies, di ba?
So, apparently, may mga advertisements pala.
That's how they are actually making money. Kaya free yung site nila.
So, etong si Super, I went to this site and may nag-pop up, no? So, hindi mo naman siya makokontrol kasi nagpa-pop up talaga yung advertisement. And apparently, the term na ginamit niya is inappropriate. Wow. Alam niya ang inappropriate.
Ano kaya yung inappropriate na yun?
Pinadescribe ko sa kanya, ano yun, no? And lo and behold, it's an adult site. So, that's why I told him, you really have to be careful with the sites that you go to. Buti na lang sinabi niya. Pero that was like years ago, or basta as in hindi siya current na nangyari. It was like months or years ago na nangyari pala yun kasi pumunta siya sa site. So imagine.
Kaya kailangan mindful and watchful din tayo every time our children are actually accessing certain sites na hindi dapat usual Diba? And if there's actually a way that we can really be always there kapag nakaharap sila sa computer, pero hindi eh.
Paano na lang kung nag-work tayo or out of town, hindi mo naman talaga makokontrol lahat. So, maybe these things na concern namin are also concerns ng mga parents out there. And perhaps these tips, we can share with you guys how we can also manage yung internet usage. But disclaimer lang, it's not about, the technology na ayaw natin. It's just that meron din siyang dark side. We love technology, we love the convenience. At the same time, ginagamit talaga natin siya. However, meron din siyang dark side na kung hindi rin natin siya lagyan ng boundaries or control, then it will be harmful and unsafe for our kids. So, siguro let's just share ano ba yung possible things na we can do that we are also doing for our kids.
Isa sa mga naisip ko actually is really to put or activate yung parental control. Diba? Alam ko, there was a time that I did that.
Correct.
Sa YouTube. Lalong-lalo na nung isa pa lang yung gadget natin sa bahay.
Correct.
Naglagay talaga ako ng parental control doon. So that automatic kapag sila yung gagamit ng gadget and sila yung magbabrowse sa YouTube, nafi-filter out talaga yung mga inappropriate na mga contents for them. However, sa dami na rin ng mga binili natin na mga gadgets over the pandemic, hindi ko na siya nagawa.
Hindi mo na na-update.
Doon sa lahat ng lahat ng mga gadgets, ang computer. So, I think isa yan sa mga action plan ko for
High
this
time
week.
yan, guys.
Urgent. Urgent yan
urgent.
I-activate yung parental control so that
sa lahat ng gadgets.
Maprotektahan yung syempre yung mga bata from being exposed to the unnecessary contents.
Yeah. Another thing na pwede natin gawin is also set limits on the time that they will use.
Yan.
Kasi nga dati nung nag-pandemic, parang whole day since nandyan, kaya they need to do the, remote learning and everything. Parang diretso na from school, pupunta na sila ng online games, they can access this and that. So, hindi siya naging parang, alam mo yun, we were not so strict, no?
Yeah.
Of course, we trust them. Pero, syempre, they are still kids. So, meron pa rin talaga silang, yung reasoning nila, hindi pa ganun ka-mature in terms of what sites should they go, ano ba yung mga videos na dapat nilang panoorin, or not. So, I think one of the things that pwede natin gawin is really to limit computer use, na, okay, ito lang yung pwede nyong gamitin na time para sa homework. After that, you have one more hour for games, but after that, pwede nang
lumabas
i-off.
ng bahay.
Lumabas ng bahay, walk the dogs.
Yeah.
So, I think we did that, pero hindi siya naging consistent thing for us. But definitely, that's one thing. Kasi nga, alam mo yung negative effect. Grabe yung eyes nila, di ba? Nagsisquint na. Probably, I'll bring them to
an eye
doctor next week. Kasi nga, itong youngest namin, parang pag, I don't know if it's just a habit, but he's been using the iPad really close to his face and minsan hindi natin nababantayan.
These are some of the, yun nga, yung sabi mo kanina, na mga dark side na naging effect nung pandemic. Although, happy rin naman ako because young as they are, alam na nila kung paanong gumamit ng gadgets and to navigate through it. However, yun nga, baka masyado malawak yung liberty that's actually given to them to access a lot of sites. So, it's really being able to put a structure around it, katulad ng sinabi mo, no? And isa siguro din to sa mga dapat na gawin natin, especially during the weekly family meeting that we're doing.
Yes.
Diba? To communicate to them, well, of course, number one, the dangers of being exposed to unnecessary contents. Second, of course, is really for them to appreciate how important it is to limit their usage of the gadgets for their own eye health and the health of their own consciousness and their minds.
I love that you mentioned that, Ga, kasi yan yung pangatlo, no? Na really communicating with our children. Kasi nga, hindi lang naman tayo concerned doon sa internet. Concerned din natin yung mga mata nila.
Yeah.
Diba? And that's why ako personally, I really make it to a point na pag natutulog, bago tayo matulog, ino-off ko talaga yung wifi. Diba? Yung mga between 10 to 11. Pero sometimes itong anak namin, yung eldest, ino-on pa rin. Diba? Kasi nga, one of the reasons why I did that is that alam ko naman tulog na sila. Or so I thought. But at the same time, para hindi sila magtago-tago doon sa room nila na, using the phone and then access yung wifi, ganyan. But hopefully, that's one thing that we can also communicate with them during our family meeting this weekend na yun yung one of our concerns din. Ito yung napag-usapan natin kanilang lunch na medyo naging defensive ka. Yung being a model, a model parent, no? Or kumbaga in terms of using cell phones or gadgets when we are on the dining table. Ano yung masasabi mo dyan?
Sige, totally, pinako mo na rin lang ako sa cruise. I will plead guilty. Guilty as charged. Aminado naman ako na it has actually become a habit before.
Buti na lang.
Pero hindi mo rin kasi napansin na siguro ilang linggo or ilang months na rin na doon ko inilalagay sa isang table. Hindi na yung table na kinakainan natin, but doon sa isang table ko nilalagay yung yung cellphone ko. Because nag-on ako ng music. Napansin mo, nag-on ako ng music kapag nag-dinner tayo.
Hindi naman tayo parating nag-music.
I've been practicing that na tanggalin yung gadget sa lamesa.
Okay.
'Di ba?
So, moving forward.
Honestly, ito kasi naging built-in din sa akin 'yan. I grew up in a family na pag kumain kami, nakaharap talaga sa TV.
Ngayon,
'di ba? Since ngayon wala tayong TV sa wala tayong TV sa sala at sa
nilagay doon, 'di ba?
Merong cellphone. So, kaya nga nag-effort ako na ilagay siya doon sa isang table, doon sa center table doon sa foyer natin.
Don't be guilty na kasi totoo naman talaga siya, pero sige,
tama 'yun.
I forgive you.
As adults, as the parents in the house, kailangan ipakita natin kung ano yung i-model natin, kung ano yung dapat na ginagawa natin, di ba?
I guess it goes back to being mindful again, no? Intentional in terms of that. Kasi nga, hindi natin hindi tayo nagiging mindful na dinadala natin yung phone sa lamesa. Even if naka-face down yan siya, nandyan pa rin siya na just in case may tatawag, may text, makukuha mo pa rin siya. And that actually interrupts yung lunch ba natin or dinner, di ba? And sometimes, although of course, important talaga siya, but if we are in agreement, no, if we agree na, okay, wala talagang cellphone on the table, whether ginagamit mo siya o hindi, 'di ba? Huwag natin ilagay diyan. Then it becomes a practice that we can model to them na pwede nilang gamitin for their use right now or even in the future when they have their own families. Para hindi na mangyayari yung sabi mo na repetition na dati nung kumakain kayo, may TV diyan, doon kayo nanonood lahat, no? While kumakain, doon yung mata niyo nandoon sa TV.
Yeah. Wala na akong ibang sasabihin.
Correct naman, 'di ba?
Wala na akong ibang sasabihin.
Agree ka, 'di ba? So overall, yun nga, these things are not, pero itong pinaka-concern, hindi natin siya masosolve right away. But as long as kayong dalawa ng husband and wife, husband mo or wife mo are actually one in, in agreement to how to manage this, I'm sure kayang-kaya natin tong solusyonan.
Yeah, lalong-lalo na kapag walang ibang tao dun sa bahay, kundi kayo lang, yung immediate family mo lang talaga.
That's
Sometimes
another,
it can be very challenging if there
live
are
with
extended family
yes,
members,
yes,
diba? So, while you have a parang somehow exclusive parang environment in the house,
Why not?
it's good to practice all the things that we mentioned so that kung meron kayong mga minor kids at home, then definitely will be able to protect their minds, protect their eyes, and even protect the relationship within the family.
And in the end, this is all for having safety or safe and responsible usage of technology at home. Hope you found value in this episode. Follow for more contents like these and don't forget to rate us 5 stars. See you in our next episode. Talk to you soon.